Just when I thought I was out, they pull me back in.
Welcome to the Abuki Cabal Show.
What's going on, y'all? I can't tell you how happy I am to finally have a chance to address Derrick Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn, Derrick Jaxn, Derrick Jaxn. Where do I begin? So, I waited a little bit and I purposely didn't listen to anybody else's content regarding Mr. Jaxn. I think there's probably a consensus at this point that Derrick is the clown that we always thought that he was. I mean, wow. I mean, this is awesome. I mean, I can just hear the wailing and screaming right now in the background, coming from every direction from these women who subscribe to this fallacious content that this guy was putting out, trying to convince them that their position was correct. I mean, time after time, you hear the guys just trying to tell them that basically Derrick's a fraud. I mean, it was so transparent that he was a fraud. I mean, it's just crazy. Yeah. I mean, Derrick was taken down by the very women that he pandered to for years. This guy has basically just taken a great big dump on black men everywhere. I mean, he was on TV, he was on YouTube, Instagram. I mean, everywhere. He was like a dark, musty cloud just floating over all the rest of us guys, man. I mean, it's like Derrick is a poster child for the guy that gets pissed off because he doesn't get picked for the basketball game, and he takes his ball and goes home. I mean, you know how you feel so disgusted at an individual like that you just can't even put it into words. So I guess we just gonna get on down to it. We're gonna deal with the intricacies of the shenanigans that took place. So, Mr. Jaxn flew a woman out to Florida and sexed her down all weekend while treating her to all kinds of festivities, like taking her out on the yacht, taking her up to his luxurious apartment that he had there. Apparently he maintains this apartment there, or so I hear, just for sexing down the ladies. This is just more evidence that women's competition is basically other women. These women that Derrick was beating down in his spare time when he was, driving around making his videos and whatnot. He was on his way to get him a little bit. So in one video, Derrick, jokingly asked the young lady what kind of panties she had on. So obviously, Derrick, like R. Kelly, has a draws fetish. I can't put him down for that because I'm sure there's quite a few of us that have draws fetishes too. But I don't know. I mean, this guy was supposed to be of the Lord. Moving along here. Like I said, these women, they knew that Derrick was married, but they still chose to go ahead and grant him access to them sexually. I mean, so that makes me ask, ladies, who's the real villain here? Is it Derrick? Or is it your fellow black woman who basically knew who Derrick was, consumed his content, yet still hunted him down like the dog he was, and exposed him to the rest of the world for who he truly was? So how many women do you think have left their relationships or their marriages because of Derrick's lies and deceitfulness? I wonder how many of y'all feel stupid for listening to this man pander to your innermost inconsistent beliefs. I mean, you gotta feel bad. I mean, I'm sure all of you guys are like pouring an extra 3-4 glasses of wine, thinking about how this guy infiltrated your minds and made you think that you were okay. Looks like y'all still need counseling, and Derrick needs counseling too. Wow. So, like I said, Derrick flew the young lady out to Florida, sexed her down all weekend. Yacht parties, kicking it to the maximum. Took one lady to his house, took pictures of the lady in his wife's bed. I don't know if it was before he got it or afterwards. Derrick. Some speculate that Derrick's book, I don't even know what the name of it is. I think it's Cheating Men, some crazy, simp type book that he created. It looks like it wasn't fiction. It was actually a true story based on Derrick's own exploits with the very women that he panders to. So now he's probably going to sell even more books to these psycho women trying to analyze what's going on with Derrick, what's in Derrick's head. How could he have deceived us? I don't know who's the bigger clown, Derrick or y'all. Derrick just ain't put his makeup on yet. And y'all put yours on daily. Man, this is great. I can't tell you how giddy this makes me. So Derrick brings his wife out. He's gripping her hand. He's all contrite. And he starts to tell us about how he has been forgiven by his wife, and he's talked to her about this, and he's done everything that he needs to do to move on from this situation. You know, he's describing all of the sex yet not sexual encounters with these women, and you know, the flirting, and you know, all these different, you know, verbal gymnastics that he went through while trying to save his ass. And I guess his marriage is pretty safe because, I mean, his wife sounds crazy as hell, you know? I mean, she's just like, only God, you know, God can judge me now. No weapon shall prosper, and all of that. And, you know, he's bringing her out in bonnets. She's bringing herself out in bonnets. You know, people are showing all kinds of, you know, pictures of her, you know, in these crazy looking outfits. I mean, she's clearly not an attractive woman. And when she is in things that are attractive or supposed to be attractive, I mean, she looks uncomfortable. You know, Derrick himself said that, you know, his wife doesn't know how to satisfy him. I mean, it's pathetic. It really is, man. How can you bring your wife out looking crazy like that? You gripping her hand. Every time you look at her, she looks at you like she's a Stepford wife or something. She smiles uncomfortably at you when you're smiling at her, saying, everything's okay, baby, everything. And we're gonna, you know, we're doing this and we're doing that. I mean, it looks so uncomfortable. It looks so unnatural that, I mean, I don't know. You guys take a look at it. I mean, I'm not going to put up any links or anything, but I mean, it's all over Facebook. It's all over Instagram. I mean, just check it out. I mean, and tell me that doesn't look like mental illness on both parts, both of them. It seems like, to me, all of the things that Derrick, you know, said about the rest of us, all of us black men, seems like he's doing the very things that he said that everybody else is doing that he can't understand. I don't understand how a man can, you know, mess around with his wife. He shouldn't be forgiven, and you shouldn't feel sorry for him. And I don't feel sorry for him. I think he's less than a man. I mean, it's just, I mean, I'm paraphrasing and whatnot, but I mean, you know what the guy puts out. I mean, it's garbage. So, I mean, the audio and the video, it just makes the guy look creepy, man. It really does. But I always said Derrick couldn't come into a room with a bunch of guys who were legitimate individuals. I mean, real guys, real men. Derrick couldn't hang out with us. His car got pulled a long time ago. Derrick is running the worst kind of game a guy can run. I mean, it's dirty macking of the worst kind. I mean, he hides behind religion. I mean, it's just despicable, man. I mean, you sitting up throwing out Jesus and God and the Bible, every chance you get. And your audience loves it. I mean, we have sat back and watched these people sop up your craziness for years. And I don't know, man. Ladies, gentlemen, just look at his wife's face and tell me what you see. It's crazy, but let me show you a few things that I kind of found. We're going to switch over here to the desert of the real. So we got Derrick here in his little tight shirt. That's like his trademark. Super tight shirts, And we have him on his live, trying to explain himself and his position. And you have this lady tell him, I've watched all of your YouTube videos. You had me leaving my man when you was doing the same shit. Make it make sense is what she says. Good gracious to life. You got Kiki up here, says she was misled. Shows a picture of her and her man up there just cheesing. She says, I left my husband because of bad advice from Derrick Jaxn. I heard I may be entitled to compensation, so I'm ready to tell my story. Also, make sure you go and pick up my book, Misled. Book tour coming soon, sponsored by A Woman Scorn Productions. That's ridiculous. I mean, the parodies they're all over the place. I think Derrick learned from the best. You see the one over there. You got Steve Harvey with his big teeth cheesing. Good, great. I don't know what the fuck it looked like. But anyway, you got Derrick. You got him next to old Steve. And, and we've said this is what we've been telling y'all for years. Stop taking advice from guys like this. These guys are super simps. Captain Morgan Stanton, Captain Saberhose. I mean, let me read the last one. A lot of them were gullible and destroyed their lives listening to this lying, pandering fool. Beyond this, many content creators have had to do a lot to counter all of his crazy false talking points. He has done a bunch of damage out here, way past his individual marriage. He had a huge group of women pay him for years to lie to them, which has warped their minds and have made them undateable and unreasonable. I totally agree, Ron. I totally agree. I mean, I've had some crazy encounters myself this week on Facebook, and it's just ridiculous. And it's just you see his talking points just being parroted out by these young women. I mean, you're talking about 20-year-old women talking like they know everything based off of Derrick's guidance. Well, you guys enjoy. I'm sure this is going to last for a long, long time. I appreciate y'all, hanging out with me. This has kind of been fun. I mean, it's a little, deviation from the norm. I just had to do it. I had to do it. This is just a old happy day stream. Wow. I can't say any more than what I've already said, but it's like the guy says up there. You a fool if you listen to this man. Y'all savor the flavor. And appreciate y'all hanging out with me. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'm out.
I feel like a motherless child, a long way from home.